song that I wrote based on a book was the first book in a series by an author, Cassandra Clare, and she does a lot of the young adult type fantasy books. And I don't know what gave me the initial idea to be like, I'm going to write a song based on this. But I actually went through the entire book and reread it and put post-it notes on things that I thought would be kind of cool concepts or ideas for a song. And then it took probably 6 or 8 months to get a finished product. And then I just kind of peeled the band-aid off and put it on the internet, and it kind of took off from there. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know if people were going to be like, you know, how dare you? You have no right to do this. But it was really well received, and it got some recognition from Cassandra Clare herself, and so it's kind of the launching point for me, having been able to do the stuff I've been able to do for the last year. Yeah, so the first time I put out Warrior, which is the first song I did based on a book, I did a live performance version, and I contacted a few of the bigger fan sites for the book series and just said, you know, hey, my name's Beth Crowley, I wrote this song Warrior based on City of Bones, you know, would love for you to post it. And they, you know, it initially got its traction because they posted it, and then Cassandra Clare saw it and posted it, and I think that was kind of the launching point for when it got a bigger audience. And there was this cool moment that I don't remember exactly, but it was a moment of realizing that it had gotten bigger than just me putting it out there, because to a certain extent it's like you know, you try and promote it yourself and you try and post it yourself, and then you have this moment where you're like, this has become bigger than me, like this has now become its own thing, and you know, people are making lyric videos of their own, and I decided to go ahead and do a studio version because they were making an adaptation, a movie adaptation of the book, and so I did a studio version so that it could be pitched to the movie, and it didn't make it into the movie, but I posted the lyric video. I'd never done anything like that before, so I posted a lyric video, and that just kind of took off. And I don't really know, most of the lyric videos for songs that I've done have more views than the actual performance video. I don't know why, but yeah, so I mean, and that was probably a little more than a year ago. So it's been about a year, and it's just kind of, you know, had this snowball effect, and you know, I watched it grow from being, you know, tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands, and now it's, you know, almost to 750,000. So it's just been, you know, it's just kind of me sitting back now and watching what it's become, and how it's, I think, really become kind of a staple of the fans of that book series. And you know, they've really received it very well, and it's the reason I've been able to do everything I've done since then. So I've been so kind of like insulated in just my writing, because I've never really written with other people. You know, I play piano, so it's not like I have other people playing instruments for me, so it's always been just me and a piano. So this has been kind of my first experience having other musicians come in and play on stuff. So I think my favorite part about this, and I was actually talking with my husband about this yesterday, was that it's been such an awesome creative collaboration, that I've really felt like, you know, the back and forth between myself and Daniel and the people that he has brought in to work with me, it's been very like back and forth, you know, feeding off of the creative energy and really coming up with some cool stuff where it's like, you know, one of us will have an idea, and just seeing that like idea come to reality, and having just some really talented people working on the project. You know, it's so hard sometimes where you kind of like hear it in your head of what you would want it to sound like with other instruments, but you don't know how, you know, how that's going to actually translate. But you know, everything, all of the tracks that we've done have either come out exactly how I'd imagined it or better than I would have imagined it. So, and that's because, you know, I've worked with such awesome people, and, you know, I felt like I've really been, you know, an important voice in this, and I've really appreciated that. Yeah, so probably my my most active social media page is my YouTube. My YouTube is BethJ007 because I thought that I was James Bond apparently when I first signed up for YouTube. And then I'm on Twitter as BethJ007 as well. Facebook is Beth Crowley Music, and then my website is BethCrowley.com. Is it BethCrowley.com? I think. I might have to check my business card.
Let's Google it.
Google me, you'll find me. I actually have to make sure I look this up, and because I think I snagged BethCrowley.com. Yes, there's my face. BethCrowley.com. That is my website. So, never doubted it for a second.